Right, okay. What the f*** was that? Handheld gaming, right? We've both got a 3DS.
Yeah.
And the Vita.
Yeah.
We both think they're really, really good. Give it 10 year, 2025.
Yeah.
Will handheld gaming be dead? That
No.
isn't on mobile.
No.
No.
It will not die for the simple reason that Nintendo is too good at it. Nintendo is too good at handheld gaming to let it go. Now I know people have some concerns about it because recently there was an announcement that Nintendo kind of going into some sort of an agreement with
they made an agreement with DNA, Japanese company,
to kind of do some mobile related stuff, but you only have to look at the sales of Nintendo's handhelds to let you know that there's still far too much of a market for them to ditch it. I think if you look at 10 years time, will Sony still be doing handhelds? No. I firmly think the Vita will be the last one.
Do you think?
They'll not do another one. They won't do another one because the unfortunate thing about Sony's handhelds is that they are fantastic. They're brilliant, but no one cares about them. Nobody cares a bit
so
about
weird,
them.
isn't it?
It's really, really weird, and it's because people have spent that much time with Nintendo handhelds that they'll just go there. Now, that's not the only reason. Handheld gaming is, until a few years ago, was most popular with kids. Kids want more kid-friendly games, which means Nintendo, because Nintendo is where all of the more kind of Nintendo's a kid-friendly company. You know, you don't see many really ultra-violent games on the Wii U or the 3DS. So it's the go-to console or handheld of choice for kids and for parents when they come to buy things for their kids. Whereas the raw power and the ability of the PSP and now the Vita far outweighs it. The capabilities of a Vita is so far in advance of the 3DS, but people just don't care about it. They just do not care. And for kind of hardcore gamers like us, the Vita is most famous now as being the kind of the indie game console handheld. That's where people want to get their niche games and their indie games, which is fine. But I think that lack of the lack of AAA support on Vita has crippled it, because some people need the buy-in of a huge title to get into it. Now once they've got the console, the handheld, they might then just go, okay, well I've played this AAA game, this Assassin's Creed or this Call of Duty, I'll check out what else they've got. But it's the fact that there's not enough draw to get people in the first place. I mean, I didn't need to be bought into the idea of it. I had a PSP and I absolutely loved it. I didn't need any encouragement to get it. But people are not bothered about it. So I think 10 years time you'll not see Sony handhelds anymore. And I don't think anyone else would dare kind of come into it at this point, because the monopoly that Nintendo has on it is just, it's too established now for anybody else to break into it. Microsoft knew enough that they've never gone anywhere near it, and they never will, because they know they can't compete. Mobile is massive now, but it's never going to replace the experience you can get from playing a proper game. The kind of mobile games, iPad games, they're alright, but just they are very rudimentary, they're very basic. You can't get the experience, I don't think, out of an iPad game than you can out of something like a 30-hour adventure on a Nintendo 3DS game. So they're going to be around for a while to come, I think.
I'm pretty much convinced that this NX that they're labelling it for Nintendo's next console is going to integrate a handheld anyway. I'm hoping, there's already been some predictions out there of where the direction that they should go with the handheld. I'd love it if it was a handheld which linked up to your telly, to your TV. That's your controller. So, but not remotely where it could be potentially quite laggy. There's got to be something that's developed that gives you a really, really good response to it if it's streaming through your TV.
Yeah, I think they've got. I mean,
I love that.
The Wii U has that to some extent with the gamepad.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
But the problem is with that, the gamepad's limited to being in the same, as far as I'm aware, in the same room or quite close. So you couldn't take it to work with you in the morning.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of possibility and potential for where they're going to go next. It's quite exciting actually, because I mean for me, I'm massively into the handheld gaming now. It's so accessible and so easy at any time. Like if you get a coffee break at work, you can just put your Vita on or your 3DS for 20 minutes and just have a bit of a mess around. It's the ease of accessibility is what makes it still endearing and exciting.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Especially, you know, if you're a parent, it's the most reliable source of gaming I think you've got.
Yeah.
If you're a parent, you can play basically any game you want, regardless of the age restriction. I think you can, because then you're in control of what they can and cannot see. It's concealable. It's not as if you're playing an 18+ game on your TV. You know what I mean? You can do it all at the same time. You can multitask with a handheld, I think. Very relaxing. Obviously, yeah, breaks. You know what I mean? Like the amount of times that I'm bored at work, you know, on a break, and I've got nothing to do, and I get my 3DS out, you know, and just so I don't want them to die. I know. I agree with you with what you're saying with regards to Sony. They'll not make another one after this. I mean, wouldn't surprise me. What effect that's going to have on indie developers, it'd be pretty staggering actually. I think the effect that will have on them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Sony's a business.
Yeah.
And I know in terms of their gaming sector, it's probably one of the only profitable parts of Sony at the minute. But that may only last for so long, and the handhelds might drag that down. So yeah, I hope Nintendo can just carry on. I hope, like I said before, I hope they integrate into the next console that they do bring out. But mobile's getting stronger and stronger. So see what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens. But guys, let us know what you think about handheld gaming, what you like and don't like about it. If you're a mobile gamer, let us know how you feel about maybe picking up a handheld like a 3DS for the first time. So yeah, let's hope that we still rack out those games on the handhelds. Touchscreen controls going to go for so long, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks very much again.